Welcome to Spiritual Rockstar Podcast, where world-changing spiritual entrepreneurs come to deeply awaken the power within to bring forth their greatest purpose, to create massive awakened impact for millions of souls around the planet, while enjoying being in tune with all life and real wealth in all aspects of their lives. I'm your host, Daniel John Hanneman. Welcome, everybody. Another amazing Spiritual Rockstar podcast. This is a solo show, so I'm grateful to share with you today, talking about how to regain your confidence no matter what. So many reasons we can give into that our mind presents to us, and about how things are going to work out and buys into the idea of 3D living. I'm going to help you with your mindset today. I'm going to help you to learn how to bring in the confidence and the energy, be in the energy of confidence that allows you to propel yourself through any situation in your business and in your life. So I'm really looking forward to sharing with you. Some of this will be things probably you've heard of over the years, but my own take on it and things that maybe you're not having considered in the past. And so I'm looking forward to sharing with you in just one moment.
Want to meditate and make money? Let it be simple. Let it be easy. Let it be fun. Go to yoursacredpurpose.com and get your free Meditate, Make Money meditation today.
So on this topic today, how do we go about doing this? How do we regain our confidence? Things are going to come. The bills come. The bills are constant, when it comes into your business. I specifically want to focus most heavily on business because most people, again, in business, all businesses, and that includes coaching businesses, healing businesses, spiritual entrepreneur businesses, that most business people end up giving up on whatever they're doing. It's still true. Most people end up giving up, or maybe you kind of give up and you just kind of do it as a sideline thing forever, and it's never really doing much. It's not doing that much. Yet there are some of you listening that have successful businesses. Maybe it's in a lull now, maybe it's been very successful, now it's not as successful, or you're just trying to grow and you're losing confidence. You're beginning to wonder if it's going to go the other way. So wherever you are, it doesn't really matter. These principles will apply, and I'll kind of try to speak to a few of these different scenarios. I know that for me, the only way I've been able to, again, to have the impact and success that I've had in building that multi-six-figure business and impacting, thousands of people's lives directly. And then the ripple effect, is massive. From that, all the practitioners of energy scanning and clearing that I've trained, they're out there and they're making a difference. And so I'm grateful for that. I'm so grateful for that, but it would never have happened if I didn't regain my confidence when maybe I lost confidence. I remember when I first got started, I always come back to that. You have to understand, when I got started in all this, like when I got into being a therapist and a hypnotherapist and all that, it came from a deep place of pain in my life, of being very depressed and anxious and really not appreciating life as it is. Initially when I was a teenager at a young age, and really wanting to rebel and feeling like things should be different than they are in the world. And so always had that rebel, innovative sort of spirit, but I felt very boxed in when I was younger. So I lost a lot of confidence back then because I didn't feel like I had an outlet to lead the way. I led the way in some ways with certain friends I had, and I was just talking today, actually, believe it or not, yours truly was a little ring leader, in a very small way, but of people to maybe do things that aren't so great, mischief, vandalism, things like that when I was young. And, that was a way back then. I didn't know how to take charge of my life or utilize my influence and power at the time in a way that was, I guess, positive. So it just came out the way it came out. And at the time, I never really had any regrets that I remember of. Maybe I did and I don't remember, but I just remember feeling the exhilaration of being able to break the norms of what we're supposed to be doing. And I do remember that. And of course, I stopped doing all that, and it didn't take that long. And probably my conscience started kicking in and started realizing, okay, I don't need to do that. And then what happened though is after that period, I just remember getting, again, just more depressed even, because now, okay, that's not even a good idea, right? Of course. So now what am I going to do with myself? So there's just always been this idea of like, what do I do with my energy? How do I bring it forth? Maybe you're someone like this. Maybe you have a lot of energy. Maybe you know you have a lot of power. Maybe you know you could be leading something huge, but it's just not happening. It's not happening near to the level that you know you're capable of. And maybe you're about to give up on something. Maybe you're thinking about getting a job instead of doing your business. Maybe think about settling for where you are now versus where you want to be. So I say all this to lead up. My background drove me into psychology, drove me into hypnotherapy, and I had many challenges. I had employers along the way that fired me, told me maybe I don't belong in whatever job I was in. I've had people, say that I couldn't possibly interact with people and be effective because I was too awkward in socializing and interacting with people to be effective enough. I was recognized, of course, again, for my gift of being able to tune into people. That was always recognized as I was, going through the process of doing therapy, which I got my master's in clinical psychology to do that. There was always these question marks. Getting fired from my first job out of my master's degree, I can even feel a bit of emotion right now during this recording, remembering that sense of that pain, of all the pain I experienced, feeling like I just didn't fit in early in life, and feeling isolated and feeling rejected and again by people who were friends for a while and then just disappeared because I was different. I was too deep. I was too something that didn't fit in. And it's kind of been a repetitive theme in my life. And I would say, definitely shows up even to this day, where I'm considered like, well, it's more mild now, but for the most part, but it's the idea of what's wrong with you, comes back into the fold in different ways. Like, why are you doing what you're doing? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? And so I say all this to try to connect with you, because maybe there's someone's listening that's like, I totally resonate with what you're saying. Like I've been very similar in my own way on my path, and to give you encouragement, because when I first started my business online back in 2006, the first 2-3 years were nothing but a disaster financially. It was really bad. It was very intense. So I've told these stories many times, but the financial amount that I owed, in loans or credit cards, and how much I owed in bills, et cetera, was just absolutely astronomical. I mean, I know there's bigger stories than mine, but mine is about as big as most people's. So it was very significant. Not able to pay the bills, not able to buy your groceries, not able to do that over a significant period of time. But yet there I was trying to build a business, not having a job, being told I should get a job. Why don't I go get a job? Go get something that actually pays, because I wasn't able to get my business going. When I started to get my mojo on again, what it really was that I started stepping into an energy of confidence. I started stepping into the energy. A lot of people are waiting to become confident by finally, like, they will have achieved enough studies or certifications or knowledge, or enough clearings of their energy or mindset work or whatever, and somehow all of it feels good but doesn't take you to your next level sometimes. And I'm here to say the thing that's helped me the most transformative thing for me and catapulting my success has been when I just decided I am ready. You know, no matter what anybody, it didn't come like someone else would come. Listen, you know, maybe you don't think you're ready, but you're ready. No, I didn't have any outside voices. Outside voices weren't so loud in that way. They're more loud about other ideas, sometimes about quitting and whatnot. But of course, I had some encouragement along the way for sure. And I had support, coaches, things like that along the way. But it just didn't matter what all those things didn't matter. I had to have confidence, and what I always say is like I had to anoint myself as worthy. I had to anoint myself as worthy to be a spiritual rock star, to be someone that can lead the way as a spiritually tuned in guy that can, you know, coach people, heal people, and all that stuff. And you know, these days, you know, very much so to build people's businesses, to help people are trying to take their solo business and build it up and have strength of confidence and signal in their expertise and showing up as who they really are and positioning themselves that way in their energy and in the marketplace, so they will radiate and shine. And the biggest key is to have the energy of confidence. The biggest key is they have the energy of confidence. You have got to have that ultimately, in my opinion. You can have a lot of doubts behind the scenes at times, but ultimately you have to bring that confidence. And I've really felt this way for a long time, that you know, if you continue to poison yourself with doubt, that will always put a cap on what's possible for you. If you continue to poison yourself with doubt, it'll always put a cap on what's possible. Now, doubt, the inner critic, of course, it has its function, it has worth, it's meant to be embraced, but yet ultimately you cannot stay in a spiral of it whatsoever. You have got to translate that into embodied confidence and power. What's my worry and my self-doubts telling me? Oh my God, I'll run out of money. Oh my God, the economy is bad, I better stop. Oh my God, something's gonna have to change. You know, I'll do anything just to survive. Okay, you're an infinite being. You know, have the confidence that you're an infinite being. Remember who you are. Stand in the power of who you are. Regain your confidence that you're an infinite being with infinite power, infinite possibilities. It's just not an idea. It's the truth. It's the absolute truth, and standing in that power. How do you do it? How do you do it? You have inside of you a sense of mojo and confidence. Don't tell me that you don't know how to access it. You know in some way how to access that. For me, I do it like through channel prayers. I've been doing recently I was doing a 21-day Just Say Yes to You channel prayer challenge, which you can find on my Facebook group, currently anyway. In the future, you may not find it. Rock Your Sacred Purpose Facebook group. And all leading up to an event I'm doing on July 17th and 18th, which may have already passed by the time you hear this. But the energy of confidence in part comes for me in praying, you know, channeling a prayer through me. And I give other people confidence because people see how confident I can be, and I typically am. I am known in my family and among, you know, people that know me best as someone that often has like super confidence. Someone that sees the possibilities and says, yes, that can happen, or sees like something that could be accomplished, that I could accomplish, and say, yes, I can do that. And I don't always really want to do it. I don't always choose to do it because maybe it's not something that interests me, but it's that confidence that I can do that. I feel like there's a lot of you that know you can do more in your business, more with your life. But perhaps you're hesitant to step into that energy. Perhaps you're concerned that, again, the rejection factor, or that your fears and doubts will overtake you eventually anyway, so why bother in the first place? Or you will be literally shot down for being your full self. Or that maybe you're going to hurt other people by being the power of your confidence. The truth is, though, you cannot make more significant positive impact in your own life and others until you step into that. You won't feel the vibrancy you're looking for. Therefore, you won't have the financial success you're looking for. So if you're like, man, how do I even get to 5,000 a month or 10,000 a month? Or how do I make that leap to 50K a month or 100K a month? Or, whatever the numbers are per month, per year, et cetera. How am I going to make that leap? You're going to have confidence when you don't think you should have the confidence for something. Like, wow, for me to make 50,000 a month, I just don't have the confidence for that. Well, then just start getting into the energy of confidence around having it. Get into the confidence of the energy of having it, and then it's already done. Start affirming it. Start being, when you sense like, well, I don't know if that'll happen, I'm just lying to myself. See, people say don't do affirmations because after all, you're probably just lying to yourself, and your subconscious knows better. So it's better to clear your older patterns. I've heard everything, guys. I've heard most everything, all the different ideas about how it works and how it won't work. And I'm telling you, like, what overrides that ultimately is if you bring super confidence into something and you are being decisive about that confidence and you're fully in your confidence, a transcendent energy will come in, whether it's right away or eventually. It will come in and it will overtake the old pattern. And the new pattern will be, this is happening and I'm in the energy of it and I'm creating it and it's happening. It's already done. That's what starts happening. So when you see like something like, oh my God, I thought, and then when something comes up though, a challenge that makes it look like this thing isn't happening. Oh, I thought these sales would be coming in by now, or that client was going to sign up. They didn't. And then the next two people didn't sign up. Oh my God, I'm never going to make it. Or I've been trying this for 2-3 years and not seeing the results. And I felt I was really going for my goal and it's still not happening. Or it could be 5 years or 10 years or 20. I don't care how many years it's been. It really does not matter. You just bring your super confident energy. How do you get into that energy? There's countless techniques, but I'm telling you, you know that feeling. You've been super confident about something in your life. You can even remember that moment. Like, it's even easier than that. But if you could remember a moment where you were super confident about something, and you just step into that energy, and then you just declare, like, yes, I remember. I was super confident in how that worked for you and how it manifested results for you. Bring that super confidence up. Feel that feeling, that super confidence, that moment. All of you, I want to identify even one moment when you're super confident and then something incredible happened, something wonderful happened. It's all happened for you. I'm telling you, I know it. Even if you can't remember it, I know it's there somewhere. Okay. Like I have just one in my mind. Like I have one, but whatever that one is, then feel the energy of the confidence and the result that happened from that confidence. You see how easily that happened? How easily when you were in that confidence, how that result happened? However the confidence came from, I don't care. That doesn't matter, really. That actually doesn't matter. But you have that confidence. But I don't, okay, confidence there, but I can't have it here. No, that's just a story. No. That confidence, that same confidence you had in that, you can bring it in to whatever it is you're trying to accomplish now and have the same amazing results. Bring that confidence in to that desired result. Okay, I'm having confidence on that. Okay, as soon as I'm having confidence on that, These are the actions I am feeling guided and led to take. That's where I talk about the 5D and everything. So this you can utilize. That's why I say to really embrace everything, the 3D, the 4D, the 5D, and all the other Ds. But yeah, you want to harness the 5D, get into your super confidence. Because if you go into it in a wispy, still place, yeah, it can work that way potentially. But if you want to really harness it in a way that will bring assuredness and speed to the process, you have to bring that super confidence often. I'm not saying it's absolute truth. It's in every case, like it's the only way it could ever happen. No, but usually it's the fastest way. Usually it's going to be the fastest and most assured way. So that's what I'm recommending, because that's where I've always seen the growth for me, especially financially speaking, but it could apply to anything in life. Because when it comes to money, there's a mindset thing going on that tells you, oh, well, you can't have that, you're not worth it, or, that's a crazy amount of money to want or desire to manifest. I probably have to create something unbelievably incredible that's beyond my capacity to make that kind of money in my business. Some part of your mind must be telling you that, otherwise you would have created it already, is my belief. Now you might say, no, I have all the belief, and I don't believe it. There's some part of you that doesn't believe it, otherwise you'd have it already. Got to make the decision, and with that sense of super authority and confidence, you are the authority in your life. Reclaim your confidence. So when things like, I've had the challenges, I told you about some of my challenges in my lifetime, right? Some of the big ones that came up. And I had to summon the power I had and to have confidence in myself fully and allow the results to happen. Because sometime, I don't know about you, but for me, I actually made the ability to manifest or to be talented or to outshine other people in certain situations to be wrong at an earlier age in my life. I remember the moments when I did that. For me, it was like just something as simple as doing flashcards and math and being in a competition with others on that, and how advanced I was versus most everybody else in the classroom. And it didn't seem fair. So I started learning how to dim it down. Dim it down. No, dim it down, Dan. It's not fair. Sound familiar? I bet it does for somebody listening right now. This sounds familiar to you. When I've learned, and I've had to relearn it sometimes in my path in my life, I learned like, okay, it's okay to have the experience like you're outshining a lot of other people at times. That's okay. You're inspiring them. You're helping to lead the way. They will gain inspiration and strength from that, and maybe they won't. But that's something that's stirring something inside those people that if they properly utilize it, which isn't your responsibility, they can utilize their sense of disappointment, or, boy, I think Daniel's just over the top. He's too much this, he's too much that. They're saying they're too much. I'm too much of this and that, because they want more of that themselves usually. So that's just where they are. And to have love and compassion for people wherever they are, but not to hold yourself back. So will you make the declaration today and to never, as best as you can, never to hold yourself back anymore? You don't have to, when you outshine or outperform or out manifest or whatever, that it doesn't matter that you're generous, you're kind, you're loving, you're abundant, you are contributing hugely, and you deserve all of it. Bring your super confidence into it. I know I've talked about a lot of other things. If you've followed me for a long time, I talk about things like going into the stillness, that we don't even need to have these focused thoughts necessarily all the time, that there's a deeper presence that carries us. I talk about those things too. I talk about those things, but I find having the super confidence is a superpower that can catapult you, can bring you assured results. And it doesn't have to be this big, like, oh, it can be. If that's what helps to activate it for you, go for it. I like it sometimes. I like that. And sometimes it can be just a very quiet, very connected presence. And that's where your confidence comes from. Either way, I'm just saying, getting the outcomes that you want, so that whatever the circumstances are in the collective and in your individual life, no matter how big the problem is, economy's down, this, that, or that's happening, utilize it all as fuel to have even more confidence. Well, the gas prices are up, inflation's going up, it might get a lot worse. Great. The worse it gets, the more confidence I'm having that I'm succeeding. Oh, okay. And then the part of your brain that just takes that in and goes to work on it says, oh, okay, yeah, that sounds good. And then it gets to work on it. It just takes that in when you're clear about it and you bring your confidence to it. Okay. And when you become really into your confidence, you become very magnetic to all the people that want to work with you. All the people that want to work with you start wanting to sign up. I want to sign up right away. So start showing up in that energy and you start to see the results. Okay, it's a superpower you have that I implore you to use to see the breakthroughs that you're looking for. And so, as beautiful as the namaste is and the stillness energy, and I'm still very committed to that, I always think about, it's an interesting song. I don't know, the System of a Down or whatever that song. Look it up, System of a Down. I think that's the band, and maybe that's the name of the band. I don't know. There's this song that maybe I get the name of the song wrong, but there's like, within the sacred silence, there's disorder. Like eventually the sense of disorder comes up, no matter how deep in the sacred silence you go. And that's what I'm talking about today. I'm still the guy too that talks about, like, hey, let's get into deep presence, stillness, let everything go. Hey, presence will give you the answers, and so that's still true. Nothing's changed there. I know people sometimes wonder, what am I talking about? I'm the motivational guy. I'm the 5D guy. What kind of guy am I? I'm all of it, okay? But within that silence, what I find when people are honest is a sense of, I'm not getting desired results. Things aren't happening. No matter how much I visualize it, no matter how much the quiet path I try to manifest, it's not happening. You need to bring some fire and steel into it, bring your super confidence into it. And when you do it in this sort of a really deeply connected way, it actually can add to your presence. It's what's cool about it too. So hopefully this makes sense. It could be supportive and helpful to you. Let me know wherever you're listening. If you have a place where you can comment, do so. I'd love to hear your comments about this. And when you start seeing the results right away, which I predict, if you listen to what I'm saying today, come back and tell me about it. I want to hear about it. Okay, this can apply. What I shared today can apply to any of you. This idea that you have to do so many techniques and you've got to put it on a certain crystal grid. I'm not saying this is wrong. They're great things, but you can do all these things, all the different systems, But if you don't have that super confidence, if you don't bring your super confidence, it's possible they can all fall flat. And I'm not saying that they will. I'm just saying it's possible that they can still fall flat because you're still intimidated, holding back, fearful of rejection or hurting other people potentially. Other people's feelings are going to get hurt. People might leave you. People might, not agree with you. They may not like the energy you're in of super confidence. They want you to be doubtful and fearful like you are. Like they are. That's what I mean. Like you are too, maybe right now. It's time to cut the cord of that and to ask people to rise up, and either they will or they won't. But some will. All right. Okay, be a spiritual rock star. Utilize your super confidence. It comes from source. Remembering you're an infinite being. Everything's possible. You can manifest that next thing that you want to manifest. And if by some chance, you hear this podcast before my Just Say Yes to You event, I'd love for you to check that out. Maybe we'll put a link in the show notes if it comes out in time for you. In any case, I'm just so grateful to share with you today. Also check out that Rock Your Sacred Purpose Facebook group where I do lives at least once a week. Lately, I've been in there daily with the channel prayers to bring you some more of that confidence. Either way, I'm really grateful to share with you today. There's so much more I could share with you. I've manifested so many things from this kinetic energy of super confidence, whether it's been money, new clients, new opportunities, things in the moment. It really is a super confidence. I could call it super connection even, right? Sometimes it's a sense of super confidence, but it's really a super connection with source, with the true nature of who I am, and then it happens. So I'm going to talk about this more during that Just Say Yes to You event coming up on July 17th and 18th. Okay, so get into my sphere and circle, and I'm happy to help you more. You can go to yoursacredpurpose.com, get your free Meditate, Make Money meditation. It's deep. It's got a depth into it, encoded into it, that will activate the energies you need to magnetize more money in your life as well. And if you're willing to see new results, reach out to me for more help. And we can have a conversation if you're someone that, for sure, if you're someone who knows how to sell, you're accustomed to making good money, 6 figures or more, but you just are maybe a little bit stuck or feeling stagnant, not sure how to connect with your next level or your next tribe or your next offer or all of it, or how to bring the fullness of you into your work, then definitely reach out to me. And we will together, we will absolutely catapult you to the next level. Okay, so yoursacredpurpose.com. There's an application form there too for a consult with me, a Rock Your Sacred Purpose consultation. And I just am so grateful to share with you today, and looking forward to continue to support you through this podcast in a few different ways, right? Okay, well, all my love and blessings to all of you. Step into your super confidence and let it happen. And let me know how it unfolds for you, because it's happening when you step into that energy. Okay, lots of love and blessings to you all. Keep on tuning in, and I'll keep on rocking it here at Spiritual Rockstar Podcast. Goodbye for now. Listening to Spiritual Rockstar Podcast. Stay tuned for our next upcoming new episodes each Wednesday and Saturday. Please be sure to subscribe, rate, and review to help us to serve you best. As a reminder, you can get your free Meditate and Make Money meditation at www.yoursacredpurpose.com to rock your sacred purpose. Goodbye for now, everybody.